Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have some really exciting news to share with you guys. I just found out I'm going to be a grandma. I'm super excited. My daughter goes for her ultrasound on Monday. So hopefully we'll get to find out whether it's a boy or a girl. She says she already knows because she had to do genetic testing because she is in her mid-30s. So she already knows, but she's not telling anybody in the family until Christmas Day. So I don't know if I can wait that long. But I wanted to share my good news with you guys because I'm super excited. But now, on to the resin stuff. So I got this mold for Christmas last year. And my husband's kind of been on to me because he bought it for me and I hadn't used it yet. But being so new to it, I didn't want to try a project this big and wreck it. So I thought, well, we'll try it now. And I haven't really opened it, to be honest. So let's see what comes in it. Okay. Got a couple of really nice bags. Chess pieces. These are for the checker parts. Ooh, and it looks like we have mica powder. Pink, green, white, black, orange, and blue. So I think we might try some of this mica powder with this. Let me put this in here. And I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with this. I'm going to try and make a Christmas present, and hopefully it will turn out and will look nice. And I'll get it done by Christmas, which is really in a few days. Sorry for all the noise I'm trying to figure out. Most of the time these just have a flap on them, but I guess I'm just going to have to cut it. Okay, so this is one of the things I wanted to look at, was how deep these squares are, because I think I'm going to try to make a checkerboard for my daughter and her boyfriend. They are both big Green Bay Packers fans, so I thought maybe I'd make them a Packers checkerboard. And I'm going to use Let's Resin Bright Gold Mica. And we'll do this first, and then we'll let that sit for a couple hours, and then I'll do the rest of it in green. So give me a few minutes to get some resin mixed up, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I got my resin mixed. And I had a strange thing happen. I had this in my Resiners bubble remover machine, and my cup started spinning. I have never had anything like that happen before, so I don't know if this was a defective cup or what it was, but it was bizarre. So I only mixed up 2 ounces of resin, because these squares are pretty shallow, and I just want to put it in here and let it kind of flow on its own a bit. I mean, these walls are not that thick. So I will just do a couple of these, and then I'll fast forward it. You guys don't want to watch me fill every single one of these. That would take quite a long time. So all I'm doing is just kind of spreading this out. And I wasn't quite sure how much resin to put in these. Because I definitely don't want it to go over, but I want it to fill this. I need just a little bit more here. Oh, I guess I didn't realize you guys couldn't see that. The mold is kind of big, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it throughout the whole board, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready to do the green. That way you guys don't get bored. Alright? See you soon. Okay, I've gotten all the gold done. This did sit overnight. By the time I got down to these last few squares, my resin was really super thick, like honey consistency. So I'm not sure how these last squares are gonna turn out. I'm hoping that they will be nice. No air bubbles, no issues. I did not have enough to do, you know, the checkers. So I will be redoing these. But now what I want to do is I want to mix up the green and get started on that. And I am going to use Let's Resin's green. It's not quite dark enough, so I think what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of black to it. So let me get this mixed up, and then we'll get started on the rest of this. Alright? Okay, so I got my green out of the Resiner's bubble remover, and this cup was doing the same thing. It was spinning, and I'm like, that is just so bizarre. It's never done that before, so I don't know. So I'm gonna put some of this out here, and I did add just a tiny bit of black to this. And once again, I am just going to do a couple of these on camera, and then I will pause it, and then bring you guys back when the green is cured and we're ready to go to the next step. And for the green, honestly, I'm only going to let it sit for a few hours. Just enough so that it won't mix when I pour my white in. Because I was kind of like on the fence. Do I want to do white for the background, or do I want to do black? And I'm thinking white. I think that would look nice. Okay, so I'm gonna put you guys on pause so I can do the rest of this, and then I'll see you when we're ready to continue on. Okay, it's been about 2 hours, and as you can see, it's looking good. And I keep going back and forth between black and white for the backing. I think if I do black, it's gonna mute the gold a little bit, but it will make the green look darker, because this green did look a lot darker in the cup than what it ended up on the project. So if I back it in black, it will darken that green. So I think I will do black. So I am not quite sure how much this takes. I'm thinking if I do 8 ounces of resin, you think? I don't know. I'm horrible with judging stuff like that. But I think what I'll do is I'll mix up 8 ounces of black resin, and then we'll see how much it covers, and hopefully it'll do at least a thin layer over the whole thing. So give me a few minutes, I will get that mixed up, and then we will pour it. Okay, I've got my resin mixed up. I'm just adding some black pigment paste. So I want to mix this really well, and then we'll pour it, and hopefully this will turn out nice. I mean, that's a nice rich black color. So wish me luck here with this, because I did not put this through my bubble machine, because to be honest, I don't think silicone would be sturdy enough. So, here goes. Fingers crossed. Okay. Trying to get every little last drop in here. And then I want to go around the edges, make sure there's no bubbles. And then kind of fill in these spots that didn't fill in too well. Okay. Well, now we'll let this sit. I'd say, what, maybe 3 or 4 hours. I'll let it sit, and then we'll do the final layer of black. I think maybe another 8 ounces will do it. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so this first layer is almost completely cured. It has been sitting for about 6 hours and it's firm. I mean, if you touch it, you'll leave a mark, but it's not gooey or anything anymore. So I have mixed up another 8 ounces of black resin, and hopefully this will fill it. So we shall see. trying to get every last drop out of here. Alright, I think that is about it. So now I just need to get some of this to move. And it looks like I could probably use a little bit more resin, but that's going to have to wait. So if I do more resin, I'm not sure yet if I am or not. I will do that off camera. So I will wait and then spray some alcohol on here. Pop any bubbles that come up. I see a few, but not too many. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay, this has not quite been 24 hours. And this side here, it feels like it's almost completely to the top, and this side here, in places it feels that way, but like down here it doesn't. So I will add a little bit of resin to this, but what I need to do is I need to make the pieces here. These are the ones I had already made, just that little bit. So, and these had a lot of bubbles in them because this was getting towards the end of the first gold pour, where everything was like the consistency of cold honey. So I am going to move this to the side. I'm going to mix up some resin, and then we'll pour all of these in green. I'll get my curing machine out and cure it in that, so we can try to get all of this done, because I'm kind of running out of time. I need to get this done by tomorrow. And I'm contemplating really just giving it to them like this, but it doesn't feel level. Like, here, let me move this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like at this end, it's like the mold bowed out. And then this end here, it stayed straight. So, and this is my first time ever using this mold, so I didn't know what to expect. I had seen people on Facebook complain about the edges coming up and them having to tape it down. But I didn't have that experience. So let me get some resin mixed up. Let me get this moved out of the way, and then we'll pour these. Alright? See you shortly. Okay, I have my resin mixed up, and this just came out of the bubble remover machine. So I'm ready to pour. I do want to spray some alcohol in here just because I'm paranoid of bubbles. So I did get that in there. It's probably way too much. And once again, with this, I used Let's Resin's green mica powder, and I used HTV Ront black pigment paste. So, and I mixed up 2 ounces of resin, and it's probably way too much, but we shall see. And I want to pour this really slow because I want to minimize bubbles. And I am really hoping that I mixed up enough resin. I think I overfilled that one. Okay, some of these I think I need just a little bit more in. And I have, wow, almost an ounce left over. Let me spray these. Because I have some here with some big bubbles. Like that one. Okay, that looks good. I have an ounce. I'll make a coaster mold. That one has something in it. Okay. Alright, I'll let this sit for a little bit and then spray it again, and then I'll turn the curing machine on and fingers crossed, no bubbles. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, my curing machine just shut off and these are still warm, but I want to go ahead and try and demold them because I've got to get the gold ones done. So hopefully these will stay flat. Oops. See, I think that looks really good. Oh, that one's got a bubble there. And there. Darn it. And you know, I even put alcohol in these. That one too. Big bubble. Oh, this is aggravating because am running out of time to get these done. That one has, you know, bubble there and a bubble there. I don't know what to do. I feel like this is just a failure. Almost every single one has a bubble, and I don't know why. I sprayed it with alcohol. I let it sit for a half hour before I turn the curing machine on. This is just okay. Well, that one turned out good. So far I have 3 that have no bubbles. Okay, 4. Okay, 4 out of 16. Oh my gosh. This is so aggravating. And I don't have time to constantly sit and pour these. Christmas Eve is tomorrow. I don't even know if I'm going to get the video done in time. Well, I am going to try to do the gold. And hopefully I have better luck, because this is just aggravating as all get out. So let me mix up some more resin, run it through the bubbler machine again, and hopefully it'll turn out better. If you guys have any tips and tricks for this, let me know. Alright, so give me a few minutes and then we'll pour some more. Alright, I have my resin mixed up and I want to try something here. I've seen a couple people do it where they put their mica powder in a cup and then they spray some alcohol and mix it up before they put their resin in. So I want to try this and see if maybe it'll help with some of the bubbles. And with the green ones, I put the pigment powder in it and the pigment paste and then did the debubbler. This time I just did the resin because I wanted to see if it makes a difference. So I'm just gonna give this a couple squirts, and it doesn't really look like it put that much in there, but we will try. No, it didn't, so with my luck, I am gonna, just go from one extreme to the other, and I'm gonna put too much in there, and then it'll mess with my resin. So see, I think maybe I might have put too much in there. Go one extreme to the other, but we'll just pour it anyway. I mixed up 2 ounces and I'm only gonna put about 1 ounce in here. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, let's try this. really runny. And I'm thinking it's probably because of the alcohol. But we're gonna try it. Move some of this stuff over here. Get some of this stuff out of the way. I am going to spray this with alcohol again. Let's try this. Here goes nothing. Okay, I mixed up 2 ounces of resin when I did the green, and it only took an ounce. I did not do enough here. It's late and I'm tired. It is like 11 o'clock on Tuesday. And I have to get up early Christmas Eve and get a bunch of stuff done. And, you know, I want to try and cook some of the stuff for Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. See, that's how tired I am. I want to try and cook some of the stuff for Christmas ahead of time, like the pies and things like that. And then, you know, we're going to go to church, but we're going to go to the later service. And then my one daughter, who lives close, is coming over, her and her boyfriend, and we're all going to sit and watch Christmas movies and eat munchies and stuff like that. And then come Christmas morning, my other daughter, who lives like 2 hours away, is going to be coming up. So that'll be nice. We'll have all the kids here for Christmas, and it'll be a fun, enjoyable time. just a little bit more. Alright. I think those look really good. Hopefully there is no bubbles on the bottom. I know we won't know till we demold them in the morning. You know, one thing I have to say is this Let's Resin, this gold, this is just gorgeous. It really is. Alright, we'll let this sit for about a half an hour. Then I'm going to turn my curing machine on, and then I'm going to bed. So you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, it's the morning. So I have a couple extras. This one I just put a name on and then domed it. This is a gift too. These are just extras. From this side, these look pretty good. Let's see how the rest of them look. Air bubble. Bubble in that one too. Bubble. Oh, that one's pretty decent. That one looks good. Looks good. Bubbles. 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 And I don't know, maybe this is because I used the curing machine. This is the first time I've ever used this mold, so I honestly didn't know what to expect. I will say I'm disappointed with all the bubbles in these little checker pieces. I mean, this is for my daughter, and I know she will appreciate it and she will like it. I know it's not perfect, but you know, she's not gonna care. It's me that cares. And I guess sometimes we just have to accept things that we can't control. And these bubbles are one of them. So let me set this aside, and then we'll look at the checkerboard. Okay, this is what I'm most excited. Like, please, 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 let this turn out. Are you guys ready? We're gonna open it. And I did not fill it the rest of the way. I just decided to leave it because I am almost out of resin. This is fine. Well, what do you guys think? Is it gonna look nice? Is it gonna be full of bubbles? I don't know. Let's find out. Look how nice this looks. Oh my goodness. It looks so nice. Very pretty. Looks like I had a bubble there and there. But look at it. I mean, you can see down here where it's bowed. But this looks just gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm happy. I am thrilled that this turned out. The pieces, well, I can try and make more and then just send them to her. But I think they're going to like this. So I will take a couple close-up pictures of this and then send it off to you guys. And with today being Christmas Eve, I hope that you guys get to spend time with your families and your friends, and that you have a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I'll see you next week. Bye.